Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video in SQL Server. Today we are going to learn about what is stored procedure and how we can use stored procedure in our databases. So stored procedures in SQL are a collection of SQL statements. You can enclose in a named package, and you can use those statements by calling the procedure name. So the stored procedure can be invoked by its name, and you can also probably pass some parameters and perform certain operations and returns the result. So stored procedures are mainly used to perform some complex logics, and you can improve performance by enclosing repetitive codes inside a procedure and calling the name. So let us see some few examples to how to create SPs and how we can use those SPs in our table and database to perform logics. So let us get into SSMS. So here I have connected to SSMS. I am under that sample1 database. So for this example, let me create a table first. Create table, product details, and for this table just provide few columns. Let me provide an ID column which is in integer, and product name which is a string varchar of 255, and another column like product category which is again a string. So let us provide varchar. Now let me create this table. So the table got created. So to insert few values inside this table, we will usually write insert statements. So whenever I need to insert some values, I just need to again write insert into the table name values and pass those values to the columns that I need to insert the value. So what if I can use a store procedure to insert statements into this table. Whenever I need to insert some values, I can just call the SP name and insert values into the table. These SPs are basically very helpful whenever you develop an application. You can write SPs and use those SPs names to insert or update, delete your operations in the web applications. So let us first quickly create a store procedure to insert certain values inside this table. So let me provide create procedure. So to create a procedure, you need to use this create procedure command, and you need to provide the name for the procedure. sp underscore insert product details. So after providing the name, you need to provide us, and you can begin and provide the end. Inside this begin and end, you need to write the logics that you need to perform for this procedure. In this procedure, I need to provide the insert operation. So let me provide the insert into command, insert into the table name and the values. So I don't need to write this as a static one. To make this as a dynamic, we can also pass parameters for this procedure. To pass parameters after this SP name, you need to define those parameters. So I need an ID parameter, and you need to provide the data type along with the parameter. So these parameters are basically mentioned with this @ symbol, and another parameter which is name. Also you need to provide the data type for all the parameters. Finally I need a parameter named as category, which is also a string. So I have provided 3 parameters. So here I am going to insert pass these parameters for this table. So in this SP you can see that I'm going to get an ID, name and the category value, which are again going to pass inside this product table, and the value will be got inserted. So now let us create this procedure So now the procedure got created. To execute this procedure, there are two ways. You can use execute, and then you need to provide the procedure name, and if the procedure has any arguments, then you need to pass this. Here I am going to pass the argument for the ID and the name, and for the category. For the name I am going to provide HP, and this is under the category laptop. So now when I execute this line, you can see one row got affected. So now let me select this table and show the value which is inserted. So now you can see the HP laptop has been inserted into this product table. So we can also execute the SP without this execute command. Just provide the SP name and let us insert another row. You can provide Dell laptop. So again one row got affected. Now let's select this table. You can see I got two rows. So whenever you need to insert any rows, you can just call this SP name and pass the arguments for the parameters. So now we have created an SP to how to insert values inside this table. We can also write SPs for updating values inside this table. So let us see how we can create an update procedure. Again we need to write create procedure, and you need to provide the procedure name. So let me copy this, paste it here. Here I am going to provide SP underscore update product details, and again I need three parameters. So here I am going to specify this ID at the last. So now after passing these parameters, let us provide the as command and begin end. So this begin and end specifies that this procedure begins here and all the comments will be executed, and the procedure ends. So inside this area we can provide the operations. So let me provide the simple update command. Update the table name and set the value for the product name. Let me provide the column name product name equal to. So I need to check whether this first parameter has a value or a null. So if it is a null, I don't need to update the value. If it is a null, if the parameters has a value, I need to update the column. So now let me provide a case statement for this. Case when the name parameter holds this product name. So when this name is not null, then I need to pass the value, else I need to keep the product name itself. So I can end this, and after this I need to pass for this category column as well. So category equal to case when this category parameter is not null, I need to pass the category value, else I just need to keep the same value. And here I need to provide the where condition where, and we need to specify the ID. So we need to specify the particular ID at which ID we need to insert the update the value. So in this ID column I need to pass this ID parameter. So now let us create this table. So create this procedure. Now the procedure got created. So we can run this procedure either with the name or the execute command. So here we can also have another option, like we can pass the value for the parameters by specifying the exact parameter name and the value. So in this example, let me provide execute the procedure name, and after this I'm going to specify that for this name parameter I'm going to specify like Lenovo, and for this category parameter I'm going to pass this is a laptop. So let me just insert null inside this null value, and finally for the id column, in this id parameter I'm going to specify id equal to 2. So before executing this, let me select this select statement. For the id with 2, the product name is Dell and the category is laptop. So now I am going to update the name as Lenovo, category as null for the id 2. When I execute this procedure, one row got affected. So now let me select this table again. So you can see the id 2 product name has been updated as Lenovo and the product category is still laptop. So we have performed the case operation which allows us to keep the specific value if we pass the null for that column, and if it is another value then it will be updated. So now this sp can be used to update the values inside this table. So basically these procedures are mostly used for the CRUD operation. So we can see another example for creating a procedure without any arguments uh, to select certain values based on the id. So let me create another procedure, create procedure, and the procedure name sp _ select product, and we can provide the as begin end, and inside this let me give the select statement, select start from the table name which is the table details. So I just need to select the particular id, so I need to pass the id. Let me create a parameter for this. So the id is an integer value. Let me declare this, and here I'm going to specify the where condition, where the column id equal to this id parameter. So now let me create this procedure. The procedure got created. So let me execute and show this procedure. Execute the procedure name, and I need to pass the id. So here I need to select the product with the id 2. So now let me execute this. So it selects the product with the id 2, and now I need the product with the id 1. So now it fetched correctly the specified id that we pass. So we can also use this procedures to for our select statements too. Here you can provide any complex logics, and you can just pass the id name to fetch those logics in your tables. So we have seen how to select, insert, and update values. Finally we are going to see how we can delete a row by passing a id from outside the procedure. Let us create a procedure for that. Create procedure, procedure name delete product, and provide the as condition begin and end. So inside this let me provide this delete condition, delete from the table name. So again here we need to specify the id. So whenever we provide a delete condition we need to specify id, otherwise the entire data will be deleted. So here let me again pass this argument id. So we need to delete the value rows based on this id. So here let me copy this where condition and paste it here. So now let's create this delete procedure. The procedure got created. So we have two values in our select in our product details table. So now when I execute this procedure I need to pass the argument as well. So let me delete the product with the id 2. When I execute this, one row got affected. Now let's select the table and see. So the product with id 2 got deleted successfully. So by this you can understand how procedure works in SQL Server and why we can use these procedures in SQL Server. So here I have explained just a simple insert, update, delete and select statements inside this SP. So we can also perform certain operations and business logics inside this SP as well. So for the basic level, we can use these insert, update, delete SPs to insert values, update the values in a table. So whenever you need to insert, you don't need to specify this insert command again and again, just like for the update and delete operations. Just we can call the SP name and pass the parameter for those SPs, and we can perform all the operations. So I hope you have understood what is SP and how we can use these stored procedures to perform logics in our database and our tables. So let me provide the GitHub link in the description where you can find the solution, also some few exercises. Try to solve those exercises, and please subscribe to the channel and watch all the videos in the SQL Server playlist. Thank you for watching.